Out of the hardcores, the basketball world, particularly in Toronto, is buzzing with talk about NBA superstar Kevin Durant possibly joining the Raptors.
According to odd makers, the Raps have the second best chance after Phoenix to land the former MVP. Teams have been scrambling since Durant requested a trade from Brooklyn last week. The 33-year-old will be entering the first season of a 4-year, $194 million contract. Durant is a 12-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champion, and 2-time NBA champion.
All right, so let's take a look at this potential move right now. We're joined by Akil Augustine, host and producer for NBA TV Canada, on the ground in Las Vegas right now, by the way, for the Raptors Summer League. So thanks for joining us from Sin City, Akil. We won't ask what you're doing because we know it stays there. But we do need to ask you about the prospect of Kevin Durant joining the Raptors. Do you like the idea here, or does it matter in terms of who the team may have to give up to get a guy like Durant?
Well, this is a very, very unique situation in that Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets have a deal where they're not going to gut the team that Kevin Durant goes to. Kevin Durant wants to go to a team that will be ready and able to compete for an NBA title. So that puts you in a very good position, or not, depending, if you are a team trading for Kevin Durant, because he wants to play for a championship right now. So what that means is, I think, in my opinion, and a lot of people are saying this, it's going to be a lot of draft picks. It's going to be like 7, 6, 5 years worth of drafting and rotational guys, maybe an all-star, maybe a starter, but it's definitely going to lean towards the future for Brooklyn and now for Kevin Durant. The team he goes to now has to be ready to compete.
Yeah, Akil, do you see a lot of similarities between, this possible potential trade with Kevin Durant and what happened with Kawhi Leonard? What are the differences you see, and how do you figure out this situation between those two comparisons?
Well, yeah, in that they were completely unexpected, right? You don't hear players leaving the San Antonio Spurs at the time period that we were talking about, and you didn't think that the Brooklyn Nets would be broken up, especially after Kyrie finally decided to opt into his contract, but then the news broke. But the key thing here is, what makes this so real is that it's the same people that we didn't believe saying that, Kyrie wouldn't, or myself personally, didn't believe when they said that Kyrie and Kevin Durant were going to break up before the opt-in. I didn't believe that, but they had the inside scoop. So now they're telling us the inside scoop is, after Phoenix, after Miami, Toronto is one of the leading candidates to get Kevin Durant. And to me, that's surprising and exciting.
Yeah, for sure. We even asked the mayor about it today. He seemed pretty excited by the prospect too, Akil. But let's ask, and let's take you to where you are. You're in Vegas with the Raptors Summer League. What's the buzz there? What do you hear from players and sort of members of the organization there about this, potential, this hype we're all talking about, potentially KD coming to TO?
It's funny because when the Kawhi trade happened, I was here in Vegas covering Summer League. And it was the entire league. I think there was like an earthquake, and it ended up the entire front offices, players, media staff ended up in the lobby of the Wynn in the Encore on the night of the trade. And you just heard the amount of chatter and speculation. I don't think we'll have an earthquake in a moment like that, but definitely when we get to the gym at Thomas and Mack and you start talking to the fans, this is going to be the dominant theme. And I think, there are moves that could possibly happen or would have happened that aren't going to happen now until after the Kevin Durant move. If the whole league is, holding their bags of goodies, waiting to see what comes.
Yeah, and Akil, I'm curious to know your opinion. What do you think would be fair or good to get this deal done? Would we trade Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam to seal Durant, or give up 7, potentially first-round picks?
I'm leaning towards picks. I don't know those kids yet. I don't know how good they are, right? They're a lot less concrete of a concept, whereas I know and love Pascal, and I don't want anyone to touch Scotty Barnes. I've already bought his jersey. So, I'm leaning towards the picks. Not that I'm an NBA GM, not that I'm Bobby Webster, not that I'm a side jury. But I think as the conversation descends down to us fans and media members, and we get to weigh in, I really think that wherever Kevin Durant goes, he's going to want to compete for a championship. And I think Toronto has both the assets and the players that could pull off something like that. Whether it happens or not, it's fun to have this to talk about right now.
Totally fun indeed. And a coach like Nick Nurse, we can't overlook him either. Listen, Akil, have fun in Vegas. Appreciate you joining us here on CB24 Live at noon, and I'm sure we'll be chatting soon. Hope things are going well for the Raptors in the Summer League there.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Take care.